All right, guys. Hey, welcome to week 2 of Trending, this new thing that Joe and I are trying.
We're on a roll, right?
We're on a roll. We're on fire.
This is a streak.
It's a streak. We're still trying to figure this thing out. But the basic gist is every week we're going to take a look at the top trending things on Google.
Right.
And last week you said we're trying to keep an eye on the culture and an eye on our faith and just how those go together. Sometimes we'll dive kind of deep into like a spiritual element of some of these things, and maybe sometimes we'll just talk about just what's happening in culture this week. So I'm Matt, I'm Joe. Thank you for joining us wherever you are today.
Yeah. Why are we here? Like, this is a strange room. So,
we should talk about that. So we're still trying to figure this thing out. We're trying to shoot in different locations. Last week was just in the lobby, and we thought it'd just be fun for some reason for us to sit at little kid tables and little kid chairs. Yeah. So like my knees don't fit under this table.
And you're not a giant.
I'm not a giant. These chairs are this big, and we just thought it'd be funny for us to have a conversation at a little table. So welcome to our little table. You feel a little bit better than I do. I'm struggling over here. But
there we
go.
Good.
Okay, so do you have any guesses of what's trending today?
I have no idea. So this is Thursday, August the 26th. It's 9:23 Central Standard Time. So it changes all the time.
It changes all the time. So by the time this comes out, it'll probably be different. But these things will still be on the list, probably.
Right. I'll be crushed. So I'm a baseball fan. The Orioles won last night.
Okay.
Beat Shohei Ohtani. They haven't won in a long time. Like, they were close to setting the record of consecutive losses. But that's baseball. So I doubt that it's not even close.
There's nothing in the top 22 about baseball.
Come on, Google.
So,
all right.
Number 1.
Okay.
Today is Thursday, August 26th. Today is National Dog Day.
Nice.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
But this makes sense because Gladwell's Revisionist History podcast just did an episode about dogs. So go out and listen to it. So it makes sense that they would launch it on today. So way to go, Gladwell and Pushkin.
Yes, exactly. We both have dogs. You do the guide dog thing. You would talk.
We do like a service dog and training stuff. So we've got a not a German Shepherd, a Golden Retriever dog, Puff, that is being trained. So we get them for a while, and then they get matched with someone that cares for them. So yeah, we love dogs.
Very cool.
Yes. What do you have? What kind of dog do you have?
I have a mini Australian Shepherd.
Nice.
And his name is Jarvis. But
that's Jarvis. He runs the house.
So let's move on. I don't want to talk about Jarvis. But happy National Dog Day to all of you. Everyone loves dogs, right? You're a dog, not a cat person, right?
Nah, I'm sorry.
Dogs are better.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
okay.
They are.
Let's crank through the first handful, and we're going to go a little bit deeper on one of them.
Gotcha.
Okay, so number 1, National Dog Day.
Okay.
Number 2, Serena Williams.
Okay, yeah, so she just withdrew from a big tournament.
Yes.
And there's a question about whether she can win anymore. I mean, she's almost 40.
Yeah.
And so she hasn't won. I mean, she is the oldest woman to win a major tournament. That was like 4 years ago. So there's this question of whether she still has what it takes to win another one. So I would say that's why that's trending.
Yep, she's hurt, not playing in the Grand Slam, I guess. And Rafael Nadal is also hurt. So they're kind of saying it's kind of the changing of the tides. Like all these tennis icons are kind of aging out a little bit, or they're getting hurt. Yeah. So there's kind of this opportunity for new people to rise up. So tennis fans, Serena Williams.
That's right.
Okay. The next one. Nirvana is trending.
What? Why is Nirvana
trending? Do you know why?
No, but I'm so glad they are.
Okay, so this is the one I want to dive into a little bit deeper, but we'll come back to it.
Okay, sounds good.
So it's interesting because there's the iconic Nirvana cover, the album cover that came out when we were probably in grade school or something. Yeah. Where there's a little boy baby swimming
in a
naked.
Pool, and there's like a dollar with a hook on it.
Yes. So that person is now suing for sexual harassment because he was photographed without his consent.
Interesting.
And so I want to talk about that, but probably not for that reason. But I want to come back to this one.
Okay.
It's just an interesting cultural thing. So we'll come back to that. Nirvana. Who would have thought they'd be trending?
All right. Place marker.
We're going to come back to Nirvana.
Okay.
Next up, I'm sad to say that OnlyFans is trending again this morning.
Man.
We talked about this last week. If you don't know, the long and the short of it is they're a website, an app where they've kind of become known as sharing adult content.
That's right.
Last week they kind of were trending because they said they were no longer going to do that. They were going to clean things up, no more pornography. Now they've changed their mind, and they are going to allow that stuff again. Okay. So they've kind of flip-flopped, and now you can still do that stuff on there.
Okay, well, maybe next time we do this, it'll be different.
Maybe they'll be trending every week for, I don't know.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Kind of a bummer. just don't go to OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Anything to say about that? I mean,
no, I think that's all we like to say. Yeah. Don't go. Yes.
Don't go there.
Yep. All right.
Okay. Number 5, the last one.
Okay.
This is something that I have not heard about. We'll
Okay.
see if you've heard about this.
Okay.
Have you heard the phrase, nah, he be tweakin'?
No. So NAH.
He tweakin'.
He tweaking. No, not at all.
Okay, so I didn't know this either. And so we're apparently old and don't know what's going on.
Man.
So, but you do know who Lil Nas X is.
Yes.
So this is a phrase that he is popularizing.
Okay.
And apparently he is aiming it towards skateboarding icon Tony Hawk.
Okay.
And that's the extent of my knowledge.
Okay. So
Nah, he tweaking. Lil Nas X said that about Tony Hawk, and apparently a lot of people are searching for it this morning. Basically, it just means he's crazy. Like that's what the definition is.
So
But
nah, he tweaking. Okay, so a bet. Like, do you think that I could use that phrase 5 times today?
yes, and no one will know what you're talking about. Hey,
All right.
unless our friends watching, maybe they'll know now.
All right,
But-
so that's gonna be the bet. Like,
Okay.
So if I don't, I buy you Taco Bell, which is like your deal, and then
Yes.
you could get me like a Smoothie King if I do.
Okay.
All right, so
Deal.
Gentleman's bet.
Gentlemen's agreement. Huzzah.
A gentleman's agreement.
All right.
Speaking of tacos, you brought it up. You're wearing a shirt. You want to show people your shirt?
That's right. So my in-laws, I just turned 40 yesterday, and so my in-laws, they like to give these great gifts. So I feel like you can only wear this on your 40th year.
Yes.
So I may not wear this again, but there are 40 tacos because I'm this many tacos old.
Nice.
So anyways, I'll probably won't wear it after today.
Well, happy birthday. Once again, happy birthday.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Okay, so those are the top 5 right now this
Okay,
morning.
all right.
I want to go back to the Nirvana thing.
Okay, yeah, that's a
So,
really interesting thing.
It is interesting, and I don't necessarily want to go too deep. I mean, the whole like sexual exploitation thing is interesting.
That's right. That's one box of it.
My question for you: so
Yeah.
I know enough about like legal marketing world that Nirvana and their marketing company, whatever, they had to have consent from somebody.
They
So
had
like,
to, yeah.
I haven't done any research, but my guess is this kid's parents
Had to have.
signed off on it,
Yeah,
right?
legal
So
guardian.
someone signed off on
Yeah.
this photo that is pretty iconic now. We've all seen this picture. What I want to talk about though, talking about like kids and photo consent, do you share photos of your kid on social media, your kids?
We tend to get their permission. So they're now
Okay.
old enough. So Avery is 12, Ezra's 9. Anytime, I mean, it could be anything. We say, hey, is it okay if I put this
Yeah.
on Instagram or Facebook? Or there's sometimes like Ezra will like do a trick shot. He's like, Dad, put that on Instagram, right? So
Yeah.
like we do get their consent. Now, some parents don't,
Mm-hmm.
but I think along the way, so my wife Ginger is like a researcher. Like she's not an Enneagram 5, but she might be in another life or whatever, but she does deep dives and stuff. And she got into a vein one time where just the whole rationale of we are creating our kids' digital identity.
Yep.
And it would be best if we can at all possible, like to get like their sign off on it so that,
Yeah.
because people can start Googling their names and all of a sudden these things come up in searches and stuff. I know that some families, that's their best way to like save photos and save
Yeah.
memories. Like they're going to like just dumping everything on there. And so
Yeah.
with time hop and things like that, they can be reminded of, oh, that thing we did at the lake that one day. Or, yeah, we went and did this. We went to Chicago on a family trip and look at these pictures again.
Yeah.
And so I understand that, but I think we're just trying to include our kids as much as we can. But what about you guys? Like, do you guys have a slant on that?
We do. So I've got 2 girls, and so far we've posted quite a few pictures of them, and they're young enough where we can't really get their consent yet. Like Heidi has no clue what's going on in the world, so it's a hard thing. Like I have some friends who are parents who they have kids about the age of my kids, and they've decided not to post any. Like they have no pictures of their kids online, and I totally respect that. And I have some.
Yeah.
I understand why they do that. I think that's totally commendable, but. Like I said, like I want to remember these days. You know, like these are important days, and I want to remember, be able to go back and look on them. And so,
Yeah.
it's a hard call to know what to do as parents. Like, how much do you share
Yeah.
when they can't give that consent. Like it's a tough thing that I think we're all gonna have to wrestle with a little bit.
Yeah, and then like there's some families who are scattered, and so the grandparents are like, we know a lot about our grandkids because of how we follow on Facebook or whatever.
Yeah.
And so there's like that relational piece of it all.
Yep.
I just think, I don't know, whenever it comes to tech and stuff, I just go back to the things that you learn on Black Mirror, right?
Yep.
That Netflix, I'm telling you, like that series, like opened my eyes so much. Like every episode, and there's a couple of crazier episodes,
Yeah.
but most of them are so thoughtful.
Yeah.
And I feel like they were ahead of some of the stuff that we're struggling with today and what they were kind of forecasting. And so we are like, I don't know, I go back to Orwell's 1984, and like the big brother is watching you, and the big comment now is like, no, actually little brother's watching you, and we're doing it to ourselves. Like it's not like the government imposing something on us. We are, we're putting ourselves online to be monitored. And so I think that is the big struggle, is how do we enjoy life and leverage these things, but also prevent ourselves from being overly monitored for whatever cause. So it's an interesting push and pull that we're going to be dealing with for some time.
The whole, privacy and how much you share online, like that's only going to continue to get more complicated. So I would say my advice is just to think about it, because I think a lot of times we just snap pictures and post it and we don't even think about it. And a lot of people maybe haven't had this conversation with like, hey, should we post pictures of our kids or not? Like a lot of people probably haven't even talked about it. So I would say at least put some time into thinking about it.
That's right.
We got to wrap up. What other advice would you share?
Well, I would say, so like Lynn Sweet says, like tweet, but don't tweet as the world does. I mean, that's kind of a good Christian perspective. So instead of like going like 90 degrees and flow with culture, or 0 degrees cutting across culture just to be annoying, he would recommend like a 45 degree. Like how can you tweet and post, particularly some of the stuff with your kids, in a way that it interacts with the world around us, but it's neither like in submission to it, nor like being annoyingly and kind of like almost like nauseatingly against it, right?
Yeah.
And so how can you leverage these things to enhance life?
Yep.
But also not to be held captive by it. So I think it's a good principle for all things, including stuff with technology and social media. So,
I like it. I agree.
All right.
Okay, we're trying to keep these about 10 minutes. Time flew by. We got to go.
Okay.
Any final thoughts?
Any final thoughts? No, go eat tacos.
Tacos. And you got your Panera. I got my Crystal Light.
That's right. We are not sponsored by these people. We would love to be.
Yeah, Panera. Give us a call. Have a great Thursday, everybody. See you later.
Cheers.